Browns are doubling down on Brook Park, and they say they'll put cash on the table to make it happen.
Jimmy Haslam speaking today about the stadium proposal for the first time since it was announced. Meanwhile, the Haslam Sports Group presented to an Ohio House committee today that revealed the team's funding plan is so unprecedented, it might actually require rewriting Ohio state law.
3 News investigative reporter Peter Fleischer now joins us now with more on this. So, Peter, walk us through this, if you will.
Christy, there is a lot to sort through. My head is still spinning, but it seems to be an indicator of how determined Browns ownership is to get the team out to Brook Park, rewriting Ohio state law. The Haslam Sports Group made that presentation to Ohio's Arts, Athletics, and Tourism Committee this afternoon. You saw part of it there on your screen. And because of the massive scale of this project, rewriting Ohio law might be required to get this thing done. The presentation at the Ohio State House featured many of the same bells and whistles that we've seen for months, but some new info as well. It included assurances that tailgating will still be a huge part of game day, access should not be a problem in Brook Park, and they said standing room tickets could make for an affordable fan experience. But elected officials at both the county and state level have raised concerns about funding, specifically the $600 million in bonds that the team is asking for from the state. For reassurance, and because of how enormous these numbers are, HSG is proposing to amend an Ohio statute that would allow for increased state funding for the team, but also creates a private payment construct to help protect the state's investment.
What we're proposing is a new enabling statute, a change to the Ohio Revised Code that would add it's a mouthful, but transformational sports mixed-use development districts, an ability to seek more state support, really just asking the state to lend us your balance sheet.
Now, HSG also noted that their funding proposal allows for a cushion of more than $1 billion just in case their projected revenue falls short in Brook Park. So the state should have a lot of assurance they won't lose their money. That committee meeting that we just heard from ended about 20 minutes ago, and questions went on for a while. So we're going to have an in-depth report on all things Browns at Brook Park tonight on What's Next.
You know, what's significant about this, it seems, is that Jimmy Haslam spoke today for the first time since the team unveiled the Brook Park plans. Talk to us about what exactly he said.
Interesting timing and maybe some conflicting messaging, because the Haslam Sports Group does not speak out very often about the relocation process. Whether it's Jimmy or even just getting an email back can be a challenge. Earlier today, at an event where he was honored as a newsmaker in 2024, Jimmy Haslam revealed that a new twist could take place in the next week or two. We know the city of Cleveland has offered up a significant financial package. Most recently, they put together $461 million to help renovate the Browns' current existing stadium. Jimmy said today his ownership group is expecting new financial information soon, and for whatever it's worth, he spoke as if downtown could still be an option.
I think we have said all along that we would look at both options. The city and the county are due to come back to us with the funding sources and how that might work, and so we will wait till we get those back. That'll be within the next week or two that we'll get those numbers back. So I think a decision will be made in the next 3 to 4 months.
A bit confusing about whether the city is still in consideration or not. At least we hope that in the next 3 or 4 months we'll get some kind of closure one way or another. I have mentioned that I reached out to the city of Cleveland asking about the new financial proposals that could take place. So far, I haven't heard back, but we'll update the story as new information becomes available. Just another day as the world turns around Cleveland, Brook Park, and the Browns, Chris.
And another day, and an investigative reporter, just, an email. That's all I need. Peter, thank you so much. Great job.